A Metro Detention Center guard has been suspended with pay after video showed him repeatedly punching an inmate who was down. The officer claims he feared for his safety, but it's not clear from the video how he was in danger. News 13's Gabrielle Burkhart has more on that from the Newsplex. Gabby?
Dick, jail can be a rough place, and being a guard is dangerous work. But what happened at MDC this week raises questions about one guard's behavior. Metro Detention Center surveillance shows a corrections officer pummeling an inmate. It started when 38-year-old Mark Palacios used another inmate's crutch to turn up the volume on the television this week. Corrections officer Elijah Chavez claims the inmate turned around and stepped back in a fighting stance with the crutch in the air. But the camera didn't catch that. The officer sprayed Palacios with pepper spray. Then you see him and the crutch fall to the ground. The panning camera caught glimpses of the officer kicking and punching Palacios. Other inmates looked on, and the camera finally locked in on Officer Chavez throwing punch after punch as Palacios blocked his face, crouched down against the wall. So far, the corrections officer hasn't been charged with any crimes. However, the inmate is charged with battery on a peace officer. In his report, the officer says Palacios was resistant and tried grabbing my legs to take me down. He says Palacios is a known gang member and, quote, I felt I was in survival mode and began striking him in the upper back and head area. At one point, the officer backed away, but then continued to punch and push the inmate. Other guards eventually entered the room, and a female sergeant sprayed another round of pepper spray in the inmate's face as he lay on the ground. The officer, tired out, wiped the sweat off his brow, and Palacios, bloodied and beaten, was escorted out. It's not clear if the guard in this case will face any charges. The Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office says the deputy that charged the inmate with battery likely didn't watch the video. MDC isn't commenting. Back to you.
Okay, Gabby, Palacios does have a long criminal record, including battery. After the fight, he was seen by doctors, but there is no word on the extent of his injuries.